Hello everyone and welcome back to Great Greed. Now we have saved the Crater Lake from the poison, and now this ends chapter 3, and now we're gonna start off chapter 4. Like I said before, chapter 4 is actually pretty short and not that long. So first of all, go back to the hot village. And now that you now that you actually freed the Crater Lake from the poison, now all the shops are open, so now everybody's not dancing around going wee all the time. So it's best to just go ahead and buy some equipment while you're here, buy some armor, if you can, buy like the copper armor, buy some new magic if you really want if you want anything new, and after that, start heading on to the next land, which will be the land of spaghetti. Yep, you heard me right, land of spaghetti. Like I said before, and I'll keep repeating it over and over again, every single land in this game is named after food. So don't be surprised if you see something and then all of a sudden you get hungry over it. Not my fault. You know, I'm just playing a game here. I'm not the one who made it or anything. Even though this is like the greatest game I ever played in my life, RPG wise, for Game Boy. There are actually some other Game Boy games, but this is actually the best one. So I actually bought the Drain Spell. I didn't really use it because I don't really know exactly what it does. Once again, I'm sure somebody would get up and go, "This is what the Drain Spell does." I'm going, "Ah, thank you for telling me. Didn't know." So people go, "You didn't eat the Ultra Hot Flower, did you?" Well, yes I did, but I kind of like nibbled it, kind of. I didn't actually like eat the whole thing and swallow it like a lot of y'all did. And then ran around for 4 hours, going, "Whee!" So to get the spaghetti, just talk to the guy at the bridge. I actually walked around to see if there was anything else here to do, and then talk to the guy at the bridge, and then he kind of said, you know, there's so much danger in spaghetti now. The bridge will be raised as soon as who is to pass goes to the other side. So you say yes, and then now you say goodbye to Princess Truffle, who later on, after a few conversations, will give you her brooch, which would be the next gem for Collar's bracelet, and then we move on to the land of spaghetti. So what happens is she kind of talks about her sister, her sister, who's like the strongest. She's kind of like the tomboy of the bunch, and we'll meet up with her later on. But she's kind of like the tomboy of the whole bunch. She's the strongest. Supposedly she's supposed to be like the strongest fighter of all time. So she basically fights with a sword, so you can basically guess what her special ability is in fights. So now we have reached chapter 4, Land of Spaghetti. So now we start to save, and now we move on. Since it's really a short chapter, there's really no reason to level, really. Whatever level you ended at, I think it was 24 or 23, you're perfectly fine at that point. You're really not gonna fight anybody. You're really not gonna find anybody stronger than that for right now. You can actually sit around and level up if you want to, but ain't no reason to. So what you want to do is just go to the south, and then go west, and then you'll come across the town of, I believe it's called Macaroniburg, or Mackieburg, or something like that. So we go inside the town, so I can double check to make sure I'm right. It's probably wrong. This is the town of Macaroniburg, yep. So what happens is though, go go check the shops out. When the person says, "I saw a woman fencer at the sword shop," that's your princess, but we still don't know her name now. She just called Fencer for right now. We'll know her name a little later on. So what happens is she's kind of looking for a new sword. She kind of bumps into you. She says, "Oh," she says, "She says, you look strong. Don't you want to join our resistance army?" Say yes. Good. Then let's go to the southern forest. So now, before you leave, go in, buy equipment, buy the hot cut sword, buy the bronze. I think it's buy the bronze shield and the bronze helmet, I believe, and then equip those. Bronze shield and iron helmet. Sorry about that. And then you want to equip all that, and then you want to sell off all of your old equipment, and then we move on to the magic shop. There's probably not really anything interesting in the magic shop, but I double checked this to make sure. I had double checked to see what if Iron Helmet was actually pretty powerful or not. So the next part, like I said, well, this is actually the princess. As you can see, her special ability is, as like I said before, she fights with a sword. So she'll basically attack enemies in combat. She'll basically fight enemies in she'll help you fight enemies in combat. And as you saw, I gotta get 2,000 experience before I get my next level. So ain't no reason to worry about levels in this stage right now. It's just best to just train. It's best to just. There's no reason to worry about levels in Chapter 4. Whatever level you left off at in Chapter 3, you're basically fine in Chapter 4. No problem at all. So, yeah, I was level 23 when I left Chapter 3, so level 24 is perfectly fine. So now let's leave the Macaroni Berg. And so you want to go to the southern east part of the area to go to the forest to her resistance army. I'm still not gonna tell you what her name is just yet, because we're gonna find out later on. So like I said before, her special ability is that she'll help you out. But see, her attack power is only for like, the highest she'll attack for is like 70 damage. And you do like 100 and some damage. So it's kind of like, why is she even helping me for? So the pathway is just very simple. So then we meet up with a new enemy in the area. Pie Guy! He's he's one of those chefs from a horror movie you kind of see in the past. He has his head on a plate and he's standing there attacking you with it. Attacking you, don't know how, unless he's using his head. And that'll be like extremely creepy at the same time. But as gonna heal up because Pie Guy does a lot of damage. Then at the first intersection, you want to go up. There are actually some treasure chests around here, but nothing really all that surprising to worry about, really, though. Nothing really good in there. Like I said before, like the other enemies, Pie Guy, his biggest threat is his magic spells, because he casts, as you saw, Flame 3, which does a lot of damage. See, look at that. See, look at that. The fencer person who's with you doesn't do that much damage. You do twice as much damage. It's her, but whatever. Anyway, like I said, at the intersection, you want to go up, keep going up, and then you should go, and then you should find an area to go right, once I heal. Okay, you want to go right at this intersection, and then you want to go down, and then there should be somewhere like a wall there. That's the resistance base. You kind of have to walk towards it, then you walk inside the resistance base. Power up. There's the wall. Just walk towards the wall, and then you'll enter the resistance base. And then we'll meet up who this girl who told us to come to the resistance base is once we heal. Because we have another boss fight, and it's pretty simple. So just walk towards her, and she said, "This is the entrance." Walk in, and then she'll see like one of the soldiers in there talking. She's like, "Miss Truffle got in touch with us a moment ago." And then you find out her name is Citrus. And then she says, I am Citrus. And then next thing you have to do is that you have to fight her in a one-on-one tournament. You have to fight her like a one-on-one fight, because she doesn't believe that you are the hero. So you're like, all right then. So you think you can take me? Bring it on, Citrus, or Sheena, whatever you want to call her, Citrus. I'm sure I said it now, but Citrus. So she's actually pretty easy to just keep hitting her a couple times, and it's like, wow, you are good. From now on, you are our friend. I was your friend before you even tried to attack me. Citrus. So now what you want to do is that she's kind of like in the meeting. You can't leave yet until you get Citrus's permission. So what you want to do is you want to go around and you want to talk to everybody in the area before you go to the tent on the top of the area. You want to talk to everybody so you can figure out what's going on and everything else though. The reason why is just though because they're kind of having a meeting, and they won't move forward with the plot until you talk to everybody in the thing. So take your time there, Citrus. I keep doing that. I must have an allergic reaction or something. I don't know. So this says Citrus is strong. Yeah, If she's doing only 70 damage to an enemy, and I'm doing 100 and something, I'm stronger than she is. Says Mr. Shrimp is really smart. Mr. Shrimp, huh? I wonder. Nah, I'm thinking too hard about this. There's no way. There's no way in the world he could do something like that, but whatever. I shall avenge my father! Yes, avenge your father! You know, I hope you learn how to fight with a sword. Oh boy, you're gonna be, on the ground there. Next person tent to pop up. Even women can fight. Yes, you can. Yes, y'all can. Y'all can fight. And it's also kind of, not to say it's in a bad way, but scary when y'all fight. Because it's kind of like y'all need, it's almost kind of like an episode of Dragon Ball Z. Almost. Y'all need like a whole planet to fight or something like that. But I'm just saying, I'm not trying to piss anybody off or anything. So like I said before, you ever talk to everybody in every single tent? And then once you do that, then they're done with the meeting. It says, we don't have any potent weapons. What are y'all fighting with anyway then? Sticks and stones? That's weapons. Maybe not powerful weapons, but that's weapons. I mean, is Citrus the only person with a sword? It's like, this meeting's finished. This is Mr. Shrimp. He is the adjutant. It's nice to meet you. By the way, we have no efficient weapons. I want you to go to a pasta village in the south to acquire some weapons. And she goes, I'll go with you. You go, okay, fine. So now we're gonna go to pasta village to acquire some weapons. Yep. But we'll be able, will we be able to find the weapons in time and everything here? I hope we do. So. I mean, the best thing to do is you could walk out, or you could just do it. You could just do what I should have done, and use the escape spell to warp back to the beginning. But I kind of say, nah, the monsters around here. I'm strong enough that the monsters are, but I can always use some levels. See, look at that. See, look at this. I do 100 and some damage. She only does about 30 something. That's not weak. She's weaker than me. How is she so strong? Someone explain this to me. Someone explain to me how she. I mean. Citrus is stronger than this. It's supposed to be stronger than anybody else there. I gotta stop doing that. That gets contagious very, very badly too. So just escape. Just walk out the same. Just walk out the forest the same way. But so what will we find at Pasta Village? Will there actually be plenty of weapons there, or will we have to do another? Or do we have to do another side quest? Well, stay tuned for the next episode of Great Greed. Hope everybody's enjoying. This is Ryu here. Later.